And then, yeah, then this one, same day at Budley as the one when I filled in the line drawing with paint for the last one. This is a different location, the other end of the beach. But again, there were paddle boarders and people in the water. So some very quickly applied intermingled washes for the background. Any cauliflowers that appear like that one, I don't mind at all. Put a kneeling paddle boarder in the background, just fairly simply rendered. Very light washes, just a simple treatment. But the presence of that paddle boarder tells you that the background is water. Now for the couple, the guy was rubbing his hands together because it was a bit cold, and the girl, they didn't look like this, by the way. I just copied the posture of each person. I just kind of painted general person. So it was a bit cold, so she was a bit tentative as she worked her way into the water. And then I added washes, and the thing I'm happiest with both of these figure studies is, the thing I'm happiest about with both of these figure studies is the way I've treated the shadows and cast shadows. So I've deliberately put a light wash down on the arm, and then while that was still wet, put some darker washes in. And I feel that creates a lovely, intermingling of the two colors. And then you can see there's a little bit of a cast shadow from her forearm across her hip there, and that works really well, I think. And then I've done something similar with the arms of this guy, and again you can see a cast shadow which is curved as it falls across his belly, and that's worked quite well. And then the surreal touch, if the colors alone of the water are not slightly surreal, we've got a belted Galloway lurking in the water. What is going on? This is the question we ask with all of these paintings. So I really love doing these plein air surreal paintings. They're great fun to do. I find that it's a lovely combination of representative studies of people. So for example, I've got to get the posture of that person accurate for it to convince, because if there isn't a convincing bit to the painting, then I feel going weird with the animal doesn't work. I think you need that juxtaposition of something which is a bit realistic on top of something which is a bit weirder. But the different locations that we have in Devon, especially at the coast, I find, where you get different light, almost, hour to hour sometimes. That really inspires me, but also just being in the garden with the multitude of colours, with different flowers and grasses and plants as well. And of course, you can adapt those colours. You don't have to stick with them. But I'm really enjoying just taking a garden scene or a seaside scene and then adding my surreal twist to it. And I also find that it makes me look in a new way as well. So I might choose to just pick out, really focus on trying to get the reflections right, or maybe just try and focus on getting the cast shadows right, or maybe try and focus on getting the shoreline right. But whatever it is, I choose to focus on a key bit and try and get that right, and then just free for all, let my imagination, just flow and do its own thing, and let the paint do its own thing. The watercolor is brilliant for this, because it just does its own thing if you let it. So there we go. There are my thoughts on plein air surrealism at the moment. They may change in the future, but hopefully more on the way soon. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope to see you next Sunday for the next episode of the Sunday Art Show. Thanks very much for watching.